So you might have heard, we just got another shining example of just how cruel and incompetent the UCP really are. This is in healthcare, where the UCP just tried to stop hospitals from giving popsicles and ginger ale to sick kids. Seriously. Let me explain. See, hospitals, clinics, a lot of them, they'll keep a small stock of food around. Things like popsicles or juice boxes, and they offer them to kids as a reward when they have to get a bunch of shots or needle pokes, or they have crackers and ginger ale for when they're too sick from things like chemotherapy to eat anything else. Or just some simple snacks they can have around for people who've been waiting for hours in an ER waiting room or in a hospital hallway where they're waiting to see a doctor get admitted to a bed. These are things that can make a real difference for people at a difficult time. Actually even help improve their condition. But just a few days ago, the mother of an 11-year-old boy with cancer, well, she posted on Facebook that she'd been told the Children's Hospital wouldn't be providing that anymore. Because it turns out there was a memo from AHS telling hospitals, clinics, urgent care centers that starting April 1st, today, they would not be able to offer patients who weren't admitted to hospitals any food. Instead, they're supposed to just remind patients to bring snacks, meals, money, or food. All to improve efficiency. Well, as you might expect, that kind of blew up. A lot of Albertans pretty rightly think that's pretty stupid and cruel. And they reached out to the Premier and the Health Minister to say so. They flooded social media. And so just today, Minister LaGrange announced that they were going to walk that policy back. Now, as she did, she claimed it was a misunderstanding. There was a policy that wasn't actually about providing food. They were trying to change how food was stored. Now, the problem is the memo's already been leaked. And it's very clear. It says no food for anyone that isn't admitted. And of course, the minister also tried to claim that this was just a decision by AHS, but let's be clear. The UCP have fired multiple CEOs and boards of AHS. The new CEO and the sole administrator, the guy who's replaced their entire board, who wields total authority over AHS, well, that's Minister LaGrange's former deputy minister of health. So there's no daylight between the UCP and AHS. There is no independence. The UCP are in control, and they're directly responsible for every decision that gets made. Especially since healthcare workers are reporting out, the UCP are trying to find $500 million in cuts from frontline care. Now, it's just a little less than the amount they're alleged to have been giving away in sweetheart contracts to all these companies that are connected to UCP's friends and supporters. So that's a big yes to fat contracts for their friends, and apparently no to feeding kids with cancer and seniors trapped in hospital hallways waiting for care. Well, that's just the UCP. Reckless, incompetent, unethical, and cruel. You, Alberta, you deserve better. Better is possible, but clearly not from the UCP.